Oh, we're firing it?
Fire it.
Fire it.
Fire away.
All right, here we go. You sure you're ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right.
It's all in defense. That's massive. That's massive.
And we're off to the races. The In Defense podcast brought to you in part by Star Motorsports and the Star Motorsports studios here in beautiful Salmon Beach, Washington, Tacoma.
T-Town represent.
C-Town represent. Your friendly neighborhood Buckner with you, along with Aaron Flett. We are on episode number
7.
Number 7.
I mean, you're still listening to episode number 2, I'm assuming.
I'm still in the back catalog. Take every opportunity you can to razz me for not getting up to speed, but I have a hard time listening to my own voice, even though I record this and we send it out to the universe.
I get that.
But it's kind of like watching your old comedy sets. Everyone always says like, "Oh, you get done doing stand-up comedy," because you guys didn't already know that's where me and Aaron met through stand-up comedy.
No,
and
we met at radio college.
We were at radio college, but anyways, that was one of the first things that you talk to other veteran stand-up comics. They go, "Hey, you got to watch your set so you can see what you're doing right or doing wrong." And I never did that.
So let me ask you this little behind-the-scenes radio thing. DJs have to do air checks with the management.
Yep.
And the management will tell you, hey, you say too much, or you're popping your P's, or whatever it is that they want to give you constructive criticism on.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me you didn't do that?
Well, I had to do that. Yeah, I had to do that at a bunch of different radio stations that I worked at, and I hated it. It was like it was like going back to like 5th grade and not turning in your homework.
5th grade? You mean your whole entire scholastic career? 5th grade, like it's 1 year you didn't do your homework.
Shut up.
So. Just think of this as an air check. Go back and listen to start with episode 2.
Fine.
And work your way back up to 6, and then this one will be out, and you can listen to this one. Strep
Throat Johnny not visiting with us today.
No, it's just the two of us, but we got we're on the fly here. We're actually days late recording this. We're going to change our release date anyway. We're going to change our recording date as well so that we can either race or go to the races and then report on those races and get that information to you in the same week. So this will be the last episode we do ahead of the weekend.
Ahead of the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
A little behind the scenes there.
As we're recording this, I'm already looking at the schedule for NASCAR this weekend. So when this show comes out, the Martinsville race would have already happened the day before.
Correct.
So... And
Evergreen, their season opener this Saturday will have already happened as well. So this will be the last time. So just, again, this little behind the podcast curtain here.
Yeah.
It's for us right now. It's Friday evening.
So I would like to give a big shout out to the number 45 car, Tyler Reddick. I think he's going to do back-to-back wins since he came away with the win at the Goodyear 400.
Can I tell you something you don't know?
Huh.
He went back to start the season.
He's that good.
Well, this year. I don't know.
That's a heck of a team.
I don't know that they're at Martinsville this weekend.
No, they are at Martinsville.
Okay, good.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll have the chops for Martinsville, but
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
I went to Martinsville last year.
You did? You've been to a NASCAR race before?
So John and I a couple years ago we went to the All-Star race at the LA Coliseum, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I know it was kind of controversial place to have a race, but it was really cool. Quarter mile with cup cars was neat. And then last year, Jackie got me tickets. We went to Martinsville for my first actual cup race, points race.
That's really cool.
And historic Martinsville. I like the short tracks. I'm a big short track guy. The paperclip there at Martinsville was cool.
The only NASCAR...
leaving the parking lot sucked.
The only NASCAR race that I've ever been to was at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And that would have been in 2017, 2016, something like that. Super fun race to watch, though.
Yeah, I'd like to go see Phoenix or Vegas or something soon.
What would you say is the old? Maybe you don't know this, but I'm curious as to what's the oldest track that NASCAR still races at.
I don't know definitively, but maybe Indianapolis.
Okay.
I would guess.
Comment on our Facebook page or leave a comment in the Fence podcast. Boy, oh boy.
Daytona's old, but they started out on the beach before they paved it to what it is now.
Do we want to talk about this comment that we got?
That's not a comment to us.
Oh,
No, that was something else posted. And I was going to say yes, but now we got so much other crazy cool stuff happening. We can save that for next week.
all right. Save it for next week. So crazy cool stuff that we have going on for episode 7. What are you thinking?
We're going to, actually, you better plug this in.
Okay.
We're going to do some interviews to start the season off.
I forget. You guys are like so plugged in with the racing community around here that I was just casually mentioning the podcast to some friends that I work with. And then they immediately were like, oh, race cars? You're into race cars? And it just opened up a whole new avenue, topics of discussion and stuff.
And stuff, yeah.
And things like that. This is usually where John would interject and be like, Buckner, you're just flapping your gums.
What is it you have? The BDQ?
Buckner's dumb questions.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. We're going to hit this button and see how it does. John's actually always the one that's done this part, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Oh. Let me turn it up on my end here.
Are you going to tell me who we're talking to?
In a second. Oh, there we go. All right. Because I just called him and told him to wait patiently by the phone. And here's what happened. He won't answer, and then we'll go to do the next thing. He'll call in the middle of that and screw it all up.
Well, that's why it's nice.
So you have reached the voicemail
Hey,
for
look,
James.
hey, meet your voicemail box. I was just supposed to be on the phone with you guys.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me? Why are you calling me?
We might edit this part out. We'll see. If you hear me saying we might edit it out, then you'll know we did not edit it out. As it gets, I do edit some of this stuff. The first few episodes, 0 editing. The last couple have some editing.
So
here he is.
Oh, now he's calling back.
He's calling. We got a caller.
Caller.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hey, caller. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is James, and I'm from Washington, living in Las Vegas.
Wow. Well, congratulations, caller. You're number 6. You just won yourself a 6-pack of the In the Fence podcast beer koozies. All you got to do is say the phrase that pays.
The In the Fence podcast is awesome.
Close enough. We'll take it.
Okay.
All right. So we have James Conley on the line. I almost said former figure 8 racer, but that's not really the case. You're still a current figure 8 racer. I mean, everybody's a former racer since the season's not started yet. So if you don't know, James is the founder, I guess, or the CEO of Northwest Figure 8.
Dang.
That's right.
Yeah. So
What's it like to be sitting in the big chair?
Well, it started out really, really cool, and then it becomes like super cool. And then when your friends are mad at you, then it's not so cool.
right, that leads me to my first question.
Why is it always conflict?
Why do you hate the Super Stock Figure 8 group so much?
I absolutely love the Super Stock Figure 8 group. I love.
Why
that
do you
there's
hate Super
3
Stock
separate-
Figure 8 cars?
I hate the rules.
Oh.
The rules are the problem. So when they built this class, they said, hey, we're going to bring back some old school cars. I said, sweet. So I went and got an old school car, the 1998 championship car from Greg Scott, the old Challenger.
Yeah.
Sweet ride.
Did we have
Got
Greg
that
Scott on the
thing?
show?
We didn't talk to him. We talked about him. We haven't talked to him.
Okay.
His girlfriend is Tammy
Ah.
from episode 1.
From episode 1.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. James.
It was awesome. So excited. Talked to Doug Delfell and all that cool stuff. Brought the car out. And wouldn't you know it, I was racing against guys that had a bunch of outlaw parts on late model chassis. So the rules were basically built to outlaw cars, but yet you were able to spend as much money on brakes, and they had a motor rule that nobody really inspected, and like it was kind of weird.
So see, I agree with you, except I go in. So you have an outlaw figure 8 car.
That is 100% legal for the Super Stock Figure 8 class, except for shocks and the body.
Correct. Which is why I should put a body on it and make it a super stock figure eight car. But that aside, you are an outlaw. You're an outlaw. Your Northwest figure eight thing is outlaw based, basically. I mean, anybody can go, right? You could take your super stock to an outlaw race.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because we don't discriminate against any other race cars. We want everybody to go racing.
That's also a knife and a gunfight, so there's that. But
you have it. But you have the option.
Yeah.
So I don't have an option.
I'm saying that my thing. Oh, by the way, just so people know, James and I have been friends since we were little kids.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, we grew up together. Like basically,
I actually worked for Aaron for a while at the.
Yeah.
Oh, we have that in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he worked for me
Valley Collision Center
at
then,
Valley
right?
Collision Center of Auburn.
Way back in the day.
not
Way
Kent
back in the
Collision
late
Center.
90s. Yeah.
Kent.
Yeah.
Not Kent Collision Center. Yeah. So way back.
We were both still young kids back then, really.
I was 23. When I
Yeah.
started that. So what I'm saying is like, so we're going to argue about this. And we've argued about it countless times often.
Oh.
Every
tell
time
you
we
what.
talk about it, we argue about it.
The one thing the fans love about the In the Fence podcast, coming to you from the Star Motorsports studios here in beautiful Salmon Beach, Tacoma, Washington, is the audience. Gosh, they love a good fight. They love a good argument.
So you think the super stocks have gone too far, and I think they're fine. I'd rather get rid of the outlaw class and have a class below the supers. Actually, I wouldn't even have a class. I'd just have the Stingers and the super stocks and call it a day. And anybody wanted to go race the Northwest Figure 8 Tour or back in Indy or wherever else they race the outlaw cars could go do that.
Sweet. So who would be the one to enforce these phenomenal rules
Well, that's
that don't get enforced now?
That's an Evergreen Speedway problem.
Right. And as we've known, when we let and by the way, I'm going to say this right now. I love Evergreen Speedway. It's still my home track, even though I don't live there. I love that place. I've tried to help that place. I have nothing negative to say about Evergreen Speedway. I want to say that right away. Other than they do a terrible job of tracking race cars.
Well.
Unless it's a car that they just don't think that, like my 1970 Dodge, like they had a problem with my car because I had some Carrera freeway adjustable shocks that we used to run back in the 90s. Because they're adjustable, it wasn't good. So I was trying to keep my car up with a late model car that had wide 5 and aluminum this and quick change, and I had nothing aftermarket on my car except for some Carrera shocks.
Cheater.
And wide 5 adapters that were steel.
Yeah.
So
I remember that. You know what? I drove that car.
You drove that car.
It was a fun car. It was a good car. Even being outdated as it was, it still kept up.
Yeah. But anyway, so they had a problem with that car. Whatever, but it's okay. And again, we've had this conversation.
So let me ask you this question. Why do you hate Mackenzie Dietz? Why do you hate Mackenzie Dietz and her car? What did Mackenzie do to you?
I love Mackenzie.
Show us on your outlaw
okay?
car where she touched you.
Well, here's the thing. Again, it's a deal where you have an outlaw car winning the Super Stock Figure 8 class. Every single championship that's been won is an outlaw car.
So you hate Quentin Borson also. Noted. All right. We'll put that on record.
Love him.
Hate Quentin. Hate Mackenzie.
But when you have a set of rules built around certain cars.
Steve Cox and his old car.
That's a Tommy Gap thing. Yeah. Tommy didn't win a championship. Everybody else did in that car.
Right. Well, that obviously, yeah. Yeah.
Love Tommy to death. Don't misunderstand me.
So, go ahead. What do you got, Buckner?
I wanted to hear more about this Mackenzie Dietz.
She's the current reigning super stock figure eight champion from 2025.
Yeah, we need to get her on the show.
I know. She's on the list of guests to come up.
Which is pretty. I mean, honestly, like it goes to prove my point. Like, bro, we don't want to race with outlaws, but we definitely want to take every single part and chassis from that class, and we're going to make it a super stock figure eight car so we can win.
No, because it's not the same. There's the rear ends are different.
Well, no, how? Where?
You don't have the push.
Aaron loves a good rear end.
You don't have the spring-loaded biscuit bars and all that kind of stuff.
Did you just say spring-loaded biscuit bar?
Yeah,
that'd be a good name for a punk rock band.
Yeah, and you don't have the 12-inch wide aluminum wheels. Actually, maybe you do now. Aluminum
We don't
wheels are
either.
legal.
We have 10s.
10-inch wide. Can
But-
super stocks have aluminum?
But, you know, yeah, aluminum and 10s, yeah.
I believe 2 years ago when I took my super stock figure 8 car out, which is not a great one. It was an outlaw car too, I guess, but not. It was different. It was more of a super stock figure 8 car that got turned into an outlaw car that got turned back into a super stock figure 8 car. But
you know what? That thing finished top 5 in points and won a race. An
yeah,
outlaw figure 8 race. Yeah.
and more
Good call.
importantly, during the Nationals 2 years ago, I beat you in your outlaw car.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
Very true.
while we were talking earlier, we were talking about different classes, different stuff like this, and Aaron said the only ones he would want were, what was it? The
super stock figure 8 and the Stinger 8s.
Why can't we have a super stinger category?
They basically are, I think.
I was
Like
gonna say-
that class
Like,
has kind of got out of hand too a
You
little
take
bit.
the stinger class, but you make them just a little bit more potent. Now I could get into that.
Well, yeah.
How would one go about doing that? How do you start?
Buckner's
a
all about
new
turbos. If it
class?
doesn't have a turbo. It just
Okay.
How do you
So,
start a new
I-
class?
you don't.
So that's
You
not
own,
true.
you own a racetrack or you manage a racetrack. You and I aren't starting a
Or-
class.
Hold on. Or we can do it with the Northwest Figure 8 series. We can create it.
Oh, you could do that, yeah. And you get to be a traveling series. And
Yeah, the Super Stinger Traveling Series. It'd be like a crazy little circus of death going around to all the different
there's
figure
not
eight
enough
tracks.
Stinger 8s to have an offshoot to Super Stinger 8s. Don't muddy the water anymore. Don't dilute the product.
Okay.
Stinger 8s are fine. They're fun. They're a good class.
Isn't that what the Super Stock Figure 8 class kind of did though? They kind of diluted the water. We don't even have a
No,
fully
the Outlaw
named
did.
class.
Because the Super
Okay,
Stock
fine.
figures have just changed the name. They've been around forever. The
In
Outlaws.
my class for Super Stinger, it's 400 horsepower minimum. That's the
And
starting
front wheel
point.
drive.
And front wheel
I
drive.
like
All
it.
right.
That's perfect.
Sounds good.
That might be a little bit of a challenge at the old Evergreen Speedway.
Yeah. Putting the
Get some
power
grip
down
coming out
and
of those
then
corners.
That's half the fun though.
Could you imagine getting-
overpowered little, like, you get some of these like
you get door
Honda
shotted
cars.
with a 400 horsepower Acura.
That's right, 400 horsepower Acura with a shot of nitrous or something.
Jesus.
Just trying to keep the thing
Buckner
going
just wants to
straight.
kill people.
No, I don't.
That's awesome.
I do not.
So, what are you still have your Outlaw figure 8 car? New body on it, or is that body gone again? Was that just a borrowing body?
I think it's called an acquired body now.
Yeah, okay, I was like, you even know what body is yours and what's not now. Okay, so
Yeah, so what happened is Doug Wilkinson ran my car in the Nationals last year, finished third, but he just put his son Dakota's old body on
I
it.
didn't even know that. I don't think I went to the Nationals last year. I think we had a race that conflicted down at South Sound.
Yeah, so he finished third in the car. It was awesome, and then the body just stayed on it, and then I ran it in the 60-minute race and got a top 5 in it.
Congrats. That's
And
awesome.
Yeah, that was a good race.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I
It
got
was
to go to
really
that
great.
one.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
So
you-
yeah, so really, it's
You're
still
gonna
ready
you're
to
gonna
go.
try to make a few races this year. Come up north, fly up, and
Yeah, that's the goal. If I can get some partnerships and some sponsorships to help make that happen, that'd be really cool. Don't have the funds like we once had. Which
So
was
if
fun.
I
It's
did
good.
have some cash for you, James, what's the best way to reach you? I mean, someone's going to be listening to this right now and be like, you know what? I want to give James $50. What's the best way to reach you? and
buy
get you
that
some
guy a
cash?
tire. Yeah,
Conley81 at live.com.
Conley81 at live.com.
That's your.
Just email me.
There you go. Send him an email. So I do have another personal question. Since you two have known each other for such a long time, I'm guessing that you guys have obviously raced against each other in the different classes, whatever, in cars for a long time. Who has the better winning record between the two of you?
So here's the
Anytime you guys would start, does Aaron win more than James, or does
Have we?
James
I think
usually
we've only
win
raced
more than
against each
Aaron?
other one time.
You know, so all right, this
I never thought about it,
I'm
but I
glad
think-
you asked this.
Yeah.
Aaron, you probably don't remember this, but you're gonna when I tell you this.
Okay.
So you you remember that little Honda Accord hatchback that you had?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
took it to Tacoma Dome? Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a night I had a Honda Civic Stinger 8 car,
Okay.
and you had that car.
Oh.
And you're like, dude, I think we should swap. I think we should swap for the night.
That's right.
And I was like, okay. And that I think you qualified for the B main.
Yep.
No. I qualified your car in the B main.
Right.
You qualified my car for A. I won the B main, decided not to move up, and
That's right. Yeah. And I got second in your car.
no,
Yeah.
you got wrecked.
What?
Yeah.
I drove your junky Civic 4-door one, right?
No, this is a hatch.
Oh.
See, he doesn't remember.
I have a terrible memory. I remember I drove one of your junky Civics one, like just randomly showed up and like, hey, you want to drive it? And I was like, okay. And
yeah, that was the 90 car. That was a good car. That was an Acura Integra. Yeah, that's Michaela Larson's old car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was a great night. Can I jump in real quick?
I raced an Acura, Buckner. Is that exciting for you?
Can I jump in here real quick? I know you guys are all about American muscle. You guys love a good Ford V8. I know that. But can we all agree that Honda makes a pretty sturdy car, especially with all the abuse that you guys seem putting through? I saw that Prelude. I can't believe that Prelude has seen better days that you guys are racing the Stinger event. And you're talking about this Civic or this Accord over here. So you guys got to admit that Honda makes a good car.
They make an amazing commuter, yes.
Yeah. And their minivans are okay.
I'm messing with you, Buckner. Yes, they make great race cars also. Yeah.
It's a good, the Stinger class. And Stingers actually have their first race tomorrow, this Saturday, or 2 days ago when you're listening to us on Monday.
Yeah.
Who do you think, what's your prediction? You can give us a prediction now for the Stinger 8 race. Who do you think is going to take this opening night victory home?
Well, man, it's hard to go against Damon Crayborn. It's hard to go against Hayden Hop. Cody Hoops is always in it. If Somerville's there, man, it's a stacked field, man.
It's a tough class. Yeah.
It is. If Zach Bristol's racing, he's always a top contender. Man, it depends on who's there.
What about Jessica?
Jessica is not racing. She has no car. Yeah, I've never raced a Stinger 8 car. I've raced Hornets, but never a Stinger 8.
Oh, so was it the Hornets that you guys raced?
Yeah, we raced a Hornet Enduro. Just similar cars.
Oh my gosh!
Some of the same cars.
Here comes a BDQ. Are you ready?
Like I said, when you borrowed my car, you got a.
That was a figure 8.
That was a figure 8.
I don't remember any of that.
And that's what concussions.
Did I wreck it bad? Did I ruin it?
Oh, it wasn't your fault. You got somebody got you in the corner coming to like to complete the first lap.
Oh, good. Yeah.
To complete it, got you in the corner, put a flat in it, and then you went the other way and got hit in the right front, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that was like, God, it had to have been 15, 20 years ago. It feels like. It's a long time ago, dude.
Buckner's raising his hand for you to call on him.
All right, James. Here we go. Yeah. It's something we do on the show, on the In the Fence podcast. And comment, of course, subscribe, do all those podcast things because we love the support. We're trying to get, the word out there about racing here in the Pacific Northwest. I made a mistake earlier because I was thinking the Stingers were what you raced in with Jessica, but Stingers and Hornets are two different things because Hornets have Stingers, you know what I mean? So do wasps and honeybees and whatnot. So what my question is what is the difference between a Stinger and a Hornet class?
Sometimes nothing. Sometimes they can be the same car, but there's a few slight rule variations that you can do in a Stinger you can't do in a Hornet.
I think they can cut springs in the Stinger 8 class. Like they can lower the car. It's not a lot though. It's not a lot different. That might be the only difference.
I think maybe aftermarket rear control arms or something like that, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
So the difference between a Stinger and a Hornet car, very close instead of comparing like a Stinger car to a Legends car.
They're half brothers or something probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If not closer.
They still get invited to the family reunion.
For sure. Yeah. Legends, nothing at all like that. But we got to go. Thank you for coming on and defending your place on why you hate McKenzie, Quentin, Steve Cox, and the Super Stock Figure 8.
Is John on that list?
No.
I will say this.
John won an Outlaw championship, I think, not a Stinger or not a Super Stock championship.
John who?
Zaretsky.
I don't think he ever won a Super Stock. I don't think he ever won any figure 8 championship.
Maybe. I know he won the World Figure 8 thing down in California.
Oh, he won the West Coast Figure 8 championship race. I think they won in Irwindale. Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But no, in all, absolutely. In all seriousness, what I would love to see 30 Super Stock Figure 8 cars, 30 Outlaw cars, 45 Stinger 8 cars. Anything that races in an 8, I want it to be successful.
Like school buses.
I want it to be successful at every racetrack.
Yeah.
And I love every one of those people, and you know that. So
I do. That's the thing. James, he gets a lot of crap for hating the super stocks and being the outlaw guy, but he's I'm talking like he's like it's a memorial, like we're talking about he's dead and not on the other line. Right. James is one of the nicest guys at the races and always has a smile and a laugh and will help anybody and everybody there, even if he doesn't like them, and you're that guy.
Even if it's Mackenzie Grundles.
Dietz. No, he likes Mackenzie a lot, and he would obviously help her. Plus, she drives a Ford, so what's not to like and what's not to help?
And
her husband is amazing too.
I was actually able to be the ordained person to marry Mackenzie and Jake.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Who? Oh, I'm glad I get to say sidebar, right?
There you go. Yeah. Somebody listens to the show, Buckner.
That's right. You guys, so Jake and Mackenzie actually had the first conversation at my wife Christina and I's wedding.
Oh.
So very fitting that I've known them both for so long.
Yeah.
And then able to, kind of officiate their wedding, and that was really, really cool. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
The figure eights are it's a nice tight knit family community kind of thing.
Yeah, I will say, being like the kind of local cityite for the podcast, the quintessential Fast and Furious guy, because it's like I like cars and Aaron likes cars, but we like two totally different subsects of what cars are, and so I'm learning as I go. And the one thing I have learned is that everybody in the circle track community pretty much is tied in with somebody everywhere else. So whenever I hang out with Aaron or John, heck, man, I can't go anywhere with these guys without running into somebody they know from the racetrack.
It happens a lot with us.
Yeah, you can go down to Vegas, you can run into James randomly.
It was pretty funny. My wife and I, we went to Disneyland for our honeymoon. We got there, we got checked in, whatever, all this cool stuff. Went downstairs, went to go check it all out. The first people we see, Matt Somerville and his family.
Oh, see.
It was awesome. Like, we always run into somebody we know somewhere.
Jack and I, we were in Puerto Vallarta a couple years ago, and we were in the airport coming home, and I saw this lady wearing a Fall Classic sweatshirt, and I went and talked to her, and her husband raced the street stock class in Yakima. And we ended up to Wenatchee after that, I guess. But yeah. So,
R.I.P. Yakima.
R.I.P. Yakima. All right. Well, R.I.P. this interview, Buckner, Jesus.
Any other shout outs you got, James, before we let you go?
Hey, I miss everybody up there. My wife and I, we moved down here to Vegas to be with our grandbabies and sold our house and shut our business down and all that cool stuff to be down here. And it's probably the best decision we've ever made, but we definitely miss all of our people. And a shout out to anybody that wants to help me come up and do some outlaw figure eight racing up in Washington and at State Line Speedway. We're going to be there on August 22nd, and I'm still working on some dates for some other races as well. So
sounds good.
Anybody that wants to jump on board, let me know.
Cool. Thanks, James.
Appreciate you, bud.
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you later. Bye. All right.
I tell you, the river is deep. It's incredible how far of a reach that you have in this sport.
Well,
it's fun. Every week I jump on with you guys is a good time.
It's multi-generational. When I asked him who his favorites were for winning the Stinger 8 race, I'm pretty positive every driver he named was second or third generation.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's cool.
For the most part, and that's not uncommon at all. I mean, speaking of Mackenzie, she's, I don't know if you call her, I'm not sure how the family tree works, but Vern, he's the patriarch.
Okay.
And his son, Ricky, and then Mackenzie, they're probably cousins, I would assume. I've never asked, but I'm assuming cousins. So,
but, I mean,
so kind of a third generation situation there.
My family tree didn't do anything of that nature. You know what I mean? In fact, I'm trying to think if there was any follow through from like what my granddad did, my dad did, and I do. And I can't really think of any type of hobby.
You and your dad professionally couldn't be different.
Absolutely. No. And he hit the nail right on the mark. We were two totally different people. My dad liked to golf and be silent. He didn't really talk very much. But when I see the generational, like at the racetrack, you see it a lot where it's like, there's granddad looking over the car and there's, his son who's probably racing, helping out, and then the kids are all helping out and everything. It's something very unique and cool to witness.
All right. Well, so here's what we're going to do. Since we have no John, we're changing things up a little bit. Oh, by the way, John's not RIP yet. He should be good to go in a few days.
Yep.
He won't make it to the races this Saturday.
He got COVID.
He got COVID 4.0.
So hopefully you get better, John.
Yeah, hopefully. What do you mean, hopefully?
Hopefully you get better, John. Hopefully that jaundice clears up.
Yeah, he does have the jaundice. All right, so we're going to make our next call to our next guest. Let's see if this one works.
I feel like Johnny Carson over here. Coming over to the couch right now.
Johnny
Very
Carson?
funny comedian. You might know him as... This is where you're supposed to say something.
I'm busy dialing.
Who are we talking to?
You're going to find out.
You don't even have their number saved in their phone.
I just got it on the yeah, I've never talked to this person.
Hello?
Hello. Is this Derek?
This is.
All right, it's Aaron.
Hey, it's your
Hello,
friendly
Aaron.
neighborhood Buckner. Hello.
So
Hello, Buckner.
Buckner has no idea who you are or even why we're calling you. So you want to give him a little clue as to who you are? Who
Wait, it's Santa Claus.
Not Santa Claus.
No, that's my stepfather.
Yeah. So who are you and what do you do?
Hi, I'm Derek Todoroff. I am an announcer, primarily at Evergreen Speedway, but I've also covered hockey in the past. And
Very cool. All right.
yeah, I'm
You have a
part
hockey
of
name.
the younger generation. Thank you.
Todoroff sounds very much hockey.
So how does one go from being a young Derek and going, Mom, I'm going to be an announcer one day at the Evergreen Speedway and no one's going to stop me, to actually getting to live?
Yeah. Did you go
your
Did you go to
dream?
Evergreen as a kid and watch?
I really enjoy getting to tell this story. My two best friends when I was growing up, I grew up in a pretty small neighborhood with a local daycare with this woman who kind of just watched over the neighborhood kids. There were three of us for a number of years there. Aaron, you might recognize these names I'm about to say. In addition to me, there was also Ryan Clark
Oh,
and Dakota Wilkinson.
okay. So you guys are all the
So-
same age.
We are all the same age.
Gotcha.
I think, well, Ryan's a year older than us. And then
The thing about Ryan is he's a year older than you, but he looks like he's 10 years older than you.
Yeah, he looks like 45.
That beard
Um,
is impressive for somebody his
is.
age.
Truly something to see.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were at the track quite a bit. My father at the time was the announcer for Evergreen. I don't remember who he took over for, but he did that for a number of years. So I was at the track until I was 5 years old every weekend.
So this just goes like before we got you on the air, we were just talking exactly about this, about how people following their family's footsteps. We had James Conley on before you, and I asked him to see, who he thought might win the Stinger 8 race, and he gave a bunch of names. They were all second and third generation drivers, and I was just mentioning to Buckner, that's kind of how it is at the track.
I didn't really have anything
He doesn't- his
like
family-
that
yeah, his
with,
dad
with
isn't that
my
way.
family. My
Right.
dad liked to golf and hang out with his buddies, but
That actually sounds exactly like what you like to do.
I do like to golf, but I never golfed with my dad. It's
Yeah.
just being at the racetrack and seeing all the different generations.
Yeah.
It's real hands-on. Everyone's helping out, and it's like a part of the family. So if you had like one sibling that's like, I don't like racing, I want to go, you'd be like, okay, weirdo.
Yeah, it'd be a
Yeah,
weird thing.
I mean, I like to. There's so much to my even short experience at Evergreen. One of that pieces is the Jenkins family.
hmm
Hunter and Devin and Hawk and Harley. There are 5 kids in that family. I know the second one, Dustin, who plays soccer. Unlike all of them,
He's gotta be the
never
black
raced a
sheep.
car before.
because his name is Dustin, and his name doesn't. It's not Huston. It doesn't start with an H. Maybe the H is silent. Maybe it's HDUSTIN.
Yeah, Dustin played soccer. He was on the team at my high school that got 3rd place in the state finals our junior year.
Oh.
And so just, the weird happenstance, and it's through soccer that I actually got the job at Evergreen.
And soccer helps
because-
you be in shape to run up and down those grandstand stairs.
I'm not in shape anymore.
you got,
need to get back
you got
in shape.
one day to get in shape because tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow's opening day, 2026.
Yeah, I'm actually, so I've stepped back a little this year with Evergreen because I'm graduating college.
Oh, congratulations.
No, I don't
Very
like
cool.
thinking about the fact that's 3 months away.
What's your
3
major?
months away until the real world. I have a theater major.
Oh, that makes sense.
With a bit of a specialty in playwriting. And yeah.
Oh, well, I'll need to talk
because
because I've been working on writing a play for quite a while.
oh boy,
Yeah,
this is intriguing.
yeah,
It's I'll tell you, this podcast, serendipitous.
yeah.
Hey, sometimes it's fun to just sit down and record your thoughts, have some fun, chat with people you like being around.
So are you going to be at the track tomorrow?
I will.
Slash 2 days ago when people listen to this.
Yes, 2 days ago. I will have been at the track.
Okay.
I'm still very good friends with Ben, who's one of the announcers still this year. I still love racing, and it is my spring break, so I don't have anything else going on.
So when do you write Evergreen Speedway the musical? When does that come out?
That would be amazing.
Oh, I said it was a playwright, not a musical writer.
That's what I mean. Tomato.
Hey, you have to be able to plan out music. I can't even sight read.
Evergreen Speedway on ice.
Oh boy.
All you have to do
now
is
we're combining my two passions.
All you have to do is sing talk your way through. I'm heading to Evergreen Speedway. I'm going to race my car. Race my car. Race my car.
Yeah, done. See, you guys are collaborators. I'm out of it now. Dang it.
Okay. One question.
Do you play hockey also, Derek, besides announcing?
I do not. I do not play hockey.
Can you ice skate?
I cannot.
Okay.
Both of my parents played hockey. Both of them love it. And I never learned how to ice skate. The last time I went, I developed this weird style where for some reason I couldn't push off with my left leg. So it's kind of like watching an animal limp around.
Limp around, limp around.
The right leg.
You look like Bambi on the ice.
Disney on ice.
Yeah.
Andy suffering from tetanus.
All right, Derek, and this, you can be as biased as you want here. There are no right or wrong answers.
Nobody's going to hear this.
Nobody's going to hear this, okay? So you can say
I will make sure to beep and edit out all of it. I promise.
Whatever you want. What is the most fun event to you to MC or to be a part of at Evergreen Speedway during the regular season?
I can tell you what Buckner wants you to say for the answer. Buckner will say, it's got to be the most fun announced for Truckosaurus.
No, I was going to say Formula Drift.
Monster trucks.
I was going to say Formula Drift.
He likes the Formula Drift stuff.
I don't do Formula Drift.
Yeah, I'm Team Derek.
I don't like drifting.
Yeah.
It's days that I can't be at my racetrack watching racing.
Dude, that shit is cool,
That's how
man.
I've always
You guys are
viewed
weak.
it.
I mean, people like it. People enjoy it. But
The cars are
they get big turnouts for that.
It makes the track a lot of money. I know that.
Yeah. So good for them. It helps us lowly NASCAR types.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Aaron has never been into drift cars, and I was like, let's build a drift car. And he's like, no, I will never build a drift car.
So I love 60 Minutes of Fear. It's the big figure eight race at the end of the year, or this year, kind of in the middle.
Oh, they moved back to the middle this year?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's a lot of the outlaw drivers are planning to go to Indy.
Right.
So trying to keep them around for at least 60.
It used to be back in the day, the 60-minute race was early in the season and the Nationals were in the middle.
I think that's the way it should be, but I don't make the schedule. 60. So the past 3 years, 60's been won by Dakota, Ryan a second time. One of my best calls was probably me breaking down into tears when Dakota won it the first time, because it was just a moment of growing up in the grandstands and talking about, oh, this is what we're going to do. And I was always like, I'm going to be the announcer. You guys are going to go race.
Yeah.
And here I am interviewing one of my oldest friends in the world.
That's so cool.
On the podium.
A culmination of your entire childhood coming together there.
Oh, yeah. And then I got to do it 2 more years in a row with the other one.
That's awesome.
I got to do it for Ryan's championship too. And I mean, that has just been great. I will also admit that I kind of like doing qualifying as a call.
Yeah.
Like getting the chance to step in and kind of set up a story, talk about sponsors, talk about the track in a way you don't get to typically. And the only time anyone's ever listening to qualifying is for the Mark Galloway Shootout or Summer Showdown. So those are fun because I get to talk about qualifying.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? They have the thing now you can listen to the app. That's a thing, right?
That was last year, and I believe it's sticking around this year. It was TrackTune, yeah.
TrackTune, yeah. Did you hear good things about that?
I heard a lot of good things. A lot of people enjoyed it. I know a lot of people used it like a radio broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend in Indianapolis who would listen to it.
Is there a delay?
It's I want to say it's like a 10-second delay.
Okay.
Because when I was doing pit reporting for the Showdown last year, I had it in my ears to hear, can I talk right now, or am I going to be in the middle of someone else's talking?
Got it.
So, Derek, as we're speaking to you right now on the show, is this your announcer voice? You just grab the microphone and go to town, or do you spice it up a little bit?
Like Buckner definitely has his radio voice.
I definitely have a radio voice, but then when you talk to me
This is not my
normally-
announcer voice. You are correct.
Let me turn it down a little
this
bit. Can we hear like an announcer announcement like you would at Evergreen Speedway?
How about like a name-a-lang fast qualifier?
I can give you coming to the green. That's one of my specialties.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Lights will go out around Evergreen Speedway. They'll double it up down the back stretch, side by side, making their way through turn number 3, rolling out at turn number 4. We are away.
That's a good one.
That was really good.
Yeah, that might be the new intro to the show.
Hey, Derek, would you like to do an intro for our show, the In Defense podcast?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't.
He's gonna
pass up
charge
on
us.
gigs.
Yeah. Oh, I know what. Since John's not here, I'm gonna have to.
Yes.
Because I just thought about this when you were doing your thing, and this will be something. This is a John pet peeve. We joke about this a
Really?
lot. Yeah, and I don't know if this was a you thing. I think if it was a drinking game, we always tell Buckner whenever we say R.I.P. to something, he has to take a
R.I.P..
drink. But we haven't been holding him to it. But if we were at the track and we were at the beer gardens there in turn 1, and you had to take a drink, every time the term Delaware restart is mentioned during a figure 8 race,
So he doesn't like that.
hates it. I think that like because it gets talked, it's fine, but I think because it gets brought up too much for his taste.
I can walk you through why we bring it up so often. It is the idea being that we are making it accessible for every fan who's there for the first time. Trying to explain, hey, we know you've been watching double file all night long. Why is there one car alone?
Right.
Well, we're going to talk it through again. I know it's weird. If you're a regular for anything, hearing something explained like it's the first time every single week has got to be weird.
There's a comedy club that we go to that the intro to every single show, it's always the same intro, and it's maybe about 15 seconds way too long, explaining the whole rigmarole like we're kids. So yeah,
That bothers you?
sometimes.
Yeah.
You know the spot I'm talking about.
Yeah. That'd be the critique John would give you if he was here right now.
I know.
But he would say,
so-
actually, Buckner, can you do a John impersonation complaining about the Delaware restart?
Ah, stupid. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. 4-letter word, cuss word, 4-letter word. My friend, Steve Trevino, it's 1965. He grew up in Delaware and he hates it too.
that's probably pretty close.
Did I hear properly on one of the previous episodes that John doesn't like being called Jay-Z?
Nope, hates it.
Hates it.
That is good
his,
to know.
His least favorite nickname of all, which I find fascinating, that's not the Z-Man. He hates Jay-Z more than that. Me personally, it's not my nickname, so I don't care, but I wouldn't mind Jay-Z at all.
That is
He-
really
Although
good to
I guess
know, 'cause that
you got
means I need
Jay-Z,
to-
then that's a singer guy,
He
the rapper.
He
Need to
flipped
refer that
one. All I said was John Z.
John Z,
And
yeah.
he hates that too. Why does the guy hate his last name so much?
That's a whole nother episode probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But
There's a lot of therapy that goes into the In Defense podcast, probably just as much as the racing talk.
yeah, he does not like any of his names. You can mention that sometime if
Hey, that's good to know. Calling him John Zaretsky and only John Zaretsky.
yeah. I think he's flattered about the John Zaretsky line, but he hates when the kids run it. Like
I
so
know someone who
mad.
hates it more.
Like he's always
I
lobbying
watched
for
one man get very angry last year about someone running the Zaretsky line.
Really?
Yes.
What happened last year? We didn't go to Evergreen enough last year. What happened last year?
Oh, that's right. You didn't. So Shane Sawin and Braden Wager.
I heard about the aftermath. I don't know what happened. Braden was
I mean,
he loves
Wager
it down there.
dove it in, threw it, and
Yeah.
I mean, sure there was a little bit of contact, but I mean, Sawin didn't appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
remaining as impartial as possible. That's what happened.
So Shane's a friend of ours, like pretty good friend, also a lunatic when he's got a helmet on. Like there's certain racers that that like they're great, they're awesome, they're good people, and then they put a helmet on, and for whatever reason, like the brain waves go out, hit the helmet, and come right back in again, and they become different people. Like their brain can't breathe. Shane sometimes being one of those, like Steve Peters on occasion, Mike Stelz, obviously, he's not even allowed there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, countless other ones.
I mean, I don't know if Ryan listens to this one. I know he listens to mine. But Ryan Clark used to be that way. I love him to death. But he very much used to be I'm in the car now. I'm going to hit anything that's in front of me as hard as I can.
And sometimes it's hard not to have that mindset and attitude at times, right? You just, we talked to, who we talked to last week? It was from Wenatchee.
From the
From
Wenatchee.
Jeremy Anders, yeah.
Boy,
And
they got a good menu this year. Come on, Evergreen. You guys are going to step it up a little bit for the menu department.
we were there for a legend race. This is a bunch of years ago. And this one guy kept hitting me and crashing me. And like, he got me in 2 and 3, and he's at the bottom on the apron, and I'm pointing at him sideways in between 3 and 4. And I'm trying to get the car started. And my official stance is my foot slipped off the clutch, and I ran into him under yellow. And so then Jeremy had to shut me down for the rest of the night. Let me come back on Sunday, thankfully enough. We had to drift stitch the car back together. You were like that, Buckner. A lot of zip ties holding that thing together. I get it. I've been there. I've had that. My helmet has caused a malfunction in my brain. Also, in the radio, I feel like John was saying, I'd hit that guy or something like that.
That sounds about right.
And I think that's the problem is he said that, the appearance of my foot slipping off the clutch and hitting the guy when they're in the spotter stand, they hear John say it, and then I did it, that it seemed like it was on purpose.
Yeah, but John saying I'd hit that guy is a double entendre because
that's true.
Boyfriend. So.
Well, this guy was old and not attractive, so he wouldn't. It wouldn't fit.
Okay.
He was no Jan Evans.
So while we got you on the phone, Derek, can you lead us through where we can get more information for the track? We were already talking about upcoming events. What are some other exciting things going on?
What are you looking forward to this year?
Yeah, what are you looking forward to?
All right, yeah. Evergreenspeedway.com always has all your Evergreen Speedway info. That's really the easy one. I know they're trying to step up their social media game this year to make people more aware. Obviously, after this comes out, or as this comes out, we'll already be done with opening night number 1. But opening night number 2, just around the corner, that's the figure 8 one.
That figure 8 night, yeah.
Gonna make it, Aaron?
What day is that?
April 4th, I believe.
April 4th?
We do not race April 4th. Our season starts April 11th, so I think I'm going to try.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
So is Truckosaurus going to be there?
April Fool's Day is the 1st, not the 4th.
That's what I said, the 1st.
No Truckosaurus.
Megasaurus. Probably in during the fair.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the schedule. I don't.
Because nobody cares. Buckner's the only one.
The
and the 5-year-olds.
And the guy that drives it.
He thinks it's fun to drive the Truckosaurus or whatever because I'm like, it'd be like driving a forklift or a tractor.
I've heard it's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
The experience of being behind the wheel of that thing.
But isn't it cool to live in a time, 2026, where weird shit like that just exists?
It's existed for like 20 years. It's not.
Yeah, I'm pretty
where
sure
have
it
you
was
been?
built in 2000.
Hey,
maybe that's why you like it and we
the
don't.
next presidential run, I'm voting for Megasaurus for president.
I think Megasaurus is older than I am.
Who's your pick when we listen on Monday? Are you going to say wins the pro late race this weekend?
Oh, the pro late race. Chad Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, his car looked good this year. I mean, it looks good every year, but
I think Chad, can really step it up this year. He seems to have that level of confidence and
he kills at Wenatchee.
Yeah, he's great at Wenatchee. I think 100% Chad has a good shot. I'll throw in a little bonus one for you as well. I think Thomas Stanford wins the pro late race at Apple Cup. I
would not be surprised. That guy can drive.
Hey, he was my first real successful pick. We did Showdown 22, I want to say.
Yeah.
It was my first year in the booth. I'm down in the infield as we're doing the show. Stanford had to go to the back, had to go get a new tire. Something told me he's going to get it done today. And I remember watching him just slip on by Tanner and Thorne. Boom.
I remember that. That was good times. All right. Who's your street stock pick?
Ooh, street stocks. This is much more of a toss-up this year. Potasic's got a new car. Hubbard, I don't know if he's got a new
back,
engine
yeah.
in that thing yet.
If it's ready or not, yeah.
I'm gonna swing. I'm always the guy who loves to pick the young talent. Let's go Jackson. I think Jackson Beckel is always a threat. He's a pretty aggressive driver, but he's backed it up with skill in the past. I mean, look at mini stocks and the Stinger titles. I think he can do it.
And your Stinger 8 pick?
Whew, this is the class I know the least about who's running.
Yeah.
It's always a bit of a toss-up. I don't
It's
know
a very
if some
competitive
of the
class.
Racing. Somerville's racing, probably him.
That
I
was
don't know if he is.
James had said, yeah, if Somerville's there, that he'd be a pick too.
You're not going to be rooting for your kid? Your
She's
kid
not racing. He keeps trying to think she's racing.
Well, she did. She did one Stinger Hornet race.
We borrowed
I
a
believe-
car and it's
I
wrecked.
believe. Hold on. I can check this. Give me just a sec.
If
So-
she had a Hornet or a Stinger, she would race it.
I organize all of our spreadsheets for the announcers at Evergreen. She is not re-registered for this year. She did last year.
She's not going to be there. I mean, she actually will be there. She won't have a car.
You know, her birthday is coming up.
Her birthday's in
Looking at
August.
my-
Right, I know. It's coming up.
We're going to get her a Crown Vic
You're not going to get her a Stinger?
someday, maybe.
Okay.
Looking at my list, if he's there, I think Tyler Draper would be my pick if he's there.
Okay, yeah. That's a good pick, too.
Does Tyler Draper have a Stinger Hornet for sale?
I don't think so. I don't even know what Stinger he'd be driving. I don't know. Tyler just likes to have fun. That's one thing I do know.
All right. Well, I will see you hopefully tomorrow at some point. If I can I'm trying to make it out there with Jessica, and maybe we can get Buckner to go along or something. John will not be there because he's quarantined. He cannot be around people for a
He
few
got
days.
COVID.
I'll 100% be there. Do you mind if I plug my own podcast?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, I'm Derek Todoroff. I also have the Announcer's Curse podcast with Ben Iman, the main announcer these days at Evergreen Speedway, and our mutual friend Caden. We mostly talk about the big stuff, NASCAR, with a little bit of other sports included. So
Now you need to have us on your show.
Buckner wants to talk about Tyler Reddick because he said he's going to go back to back, not realize he already went 3 in a row early in the year.
Well, then he's going to go 4 in a
Honest-
row.
No, it wouldn't.
I will warn you, the hardest part about getting that for our show is we record at the unholy hour of 2 a.m. So
Oh,
Yeah.
that is.
we'll talk. We'll find a time. We'll find a time to get you guys on the ACP.
I am old, so I will definitely be
That
asleep
is not
at 2 a.m.
at 2 a.m. We will find a way to not do
Nothing
that.
good happens at 2 a.m. That's
That's what he says.
what everybody says.
Well, that explains why your podcast's more popular than ours.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, thank you, Derek.
Appreciate you,
we'll
bud.
see you, and have a good weekend, and we'll talk soon.
You.
Of course.
All right.
See you out there.
See ya. All right, Derek
cool.
Todoroff, announcer for
That
former
was
announcer.
really
I guess.
cool.
Yeah,
And he's got quite the story, you know, growing up out there and
Yeah.
having his dad be an announcer. That is so cool to like follow. in
and he's
your
definitely got the
father's
voice for
footsteps.
it.
Yeah, for sure. When he like cracked on about the turn and going, you could like really tell he has
That was a good call.
Yeah.
Off the cuff too, like just pulled it out of his rear end there. And
He
said,
was like, "Watch this, guys.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this."
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It's like hearing somebody who does auctions, like an auctioneer person, and you're just talking to them in regular cadence, and they're like, "Hey, can you do the thing?"
So we got one more thing. We got to finish up the podcast for today.
What are we at for time?
We're late.
Oh, are we? Well, better to be a little bit late than not. Oh, the third interview.
We're doing 3.
All right, 3 for
Hello,
3.
Rob Angus.
Hey, Rob. This is Aaron and Buckner. How are you?
Good. How you doing, gentlemen?
We're doing well.
Better now that you're here. Hey-o!
So
Well, I guess I'm replacing John Zaretsky today. That's a tough act.
yeah, well, so we're taking the opportunity, which is he always wants to do phoners, and we're doing them without him, which is even teach him to get sick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'll never miss another day. So.
Suck it, John.
But we'll have everybody that we've talked today. We'll have everybody back on later too. But I wanted to talk to you because I'm hoping to see you in about a month and a half or so for the Fireball
looking forward to that.
121.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long name, the IDC Advanced Testing Fireball 121. We're certainly looking to have a lot of fun that weekend, and looking forward to you guys coming up.
May 11th. I would say this. I've went to Agassiz one time a bunch of years ago for an outlaw compact race. I took my Pinto there, and I promptly
Cool.
stuffed it into the wall coming out of turn 2. The weird thing was all that like ruined the car. The car was done. My back was out. Actually, this is the weirdest part. I was barely able to go. My back was hurting me so bad. Hit the wall, got out of the car, never felt better. It was the adjustment that I needed so I could walk again
No
after that.
kidding.
Yeah.
Most important thing, though, did you have fun while you came up to Agassiz Speedway?
That's the thing. I totaled my car in qualifying, by the way. That's how bad it was. And I loved it. I had such a great time there. I've been telling people for years to go there any chance they can for whatever kind of race they can, whether they race or go to watch. It's a unique racetrack and a unique setting, and it's Canada, which I'm always a fan of.
I've never been there before. Where is it located?
Yeah, give us an idea, like how, like, so from say the Seattle metropolitan area for people from down here.
Yeah, if you go straight up the I-5 and you get to the border. You literally drive straight up the I-5 to get to the border. There's 2 borders there. If you kick off in Bellingham and go through Linden, which takes you cross over in Abbotsford there, and it's probably, I say from Monroe, the border is an hour and a half to get to Monroe from the border, and literally to get to Agassiz Speedway, you're looking at an hour and a half plus maybe another half hour once you get across the border. So it is relatively close.
Yeah, it's not that much farther than going from Monroe to South Sound.
You know, one thing though, Aaron, the last time you were here, that racetrack has changed a lot. I mean, last time you were here, the pits were probably gravel. Half the grandstands were probably not there. They've done a lot of work there. It's really
they were talking about it. I remember them talking about it. Yeah, you're right. I've not been since.
Yeah, like all the pits are paved now. Grandstands are upgraded. I mean, you literally got, you know, flushing toilets in the pits. You know, full concessions up and down. It's really a nice little place, and it's tucked in the mountainside there.
And a nice campground outside of the track.
Oh, absolutely. It's all free to the racers when you guys come up and whatnot. You know, racers, you know, they don't mind sleeping in the back of their truck.
That's what I did. I had my 96 F-150 short box that I hauled to the track, and I slept in that through an air mattress, me and my wife, Jackie.
Yeah. There'll be some guys doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah. So it's going to be a great event. How many cars? I've been watching your Facebook feed, and you've been posting AI generated drawings, caricatures of the cars that are going to be there. How many cars are you at right now officially?
Yeah, we are somewhere between official cars that are actually coming, verbal commitments. We're somewhere between 15 and 24.
That is a great field.
So, yeah, so the goal is to start 21 cars. I mean, it is a little quarter-mile little racetrack. The goal is to fill the pits and fill the grandstands. And this is the opening night for Agassiz, so we're really looking forward to doing that. The race is actually kind of taking a life of its own here. I mean, I don't know if you know the history of how we ended up calling it the Fireball 121.
I do not.
But no, it's kind of, well, the IDC is the International Drivers Challenge. It's from 1970 into the 1980s. You know, Washington racers came up to Canada. Canada racers went down to Washington. They had 2 or 3 races in 1 week. It lasted for a number of years with some really good guys. The IDC, again, International Drivers Challenge, the Fireball, after, like, I've done a lot of racing over the years and whatnot. I don't race anymore. So every time we get done at the races and whatnot, we'd go back to Dad's motorhome and Dad would break out the Fireball, whether we won, lost, crashed, or anything. So yeah, so that's where the Fireball came from. And actually, Christine, my gal, she's the one who came up with the Fireball title. The 121 laps. Well, my dad's number was 21. My number was 21. So that's how it all came down. So I got together with Agassiz Speedway, picked a weekend that is actually their opening night there. We're looking forward. We're trying to fill the place, and I think we are doing a pretty good job so far. It's kind of taken a life on its own here, and we're getting the Fireball pictures out there, and all those guys. The one thing though is all these guys that are entered in the race. None of them are squirrels, and we all know what those are. And we got some really good guys coming to the races. You know, we got a few guys coming from South Sound, or at least some guys, you know, trying to come down from your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I saw Dan Walker. He's defending champion. He's no slouch at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We got, yourself. Mike Baird is trying to bring Mike Brooks and Randy Garcia up.
Oh, I hope so,
Dan Walker wants to come. You know, we're working on a few, you know, yourself. So if we can get, 5 or 6 American guys, or even 4 American guys, then we have a true international race, and that was what the IDC was all about back in the day.
Yeah, and I was telling the Montana guys as well.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple guys from Montana. Obviously, it's a big toll for those guys in Montana. I mean, I've driven to the Montana 200. Christine and I went there a couple years ago, and it's 11 hours for me to get there. So, if they're close to Mission Valley, right?
Right.
So, I've talked to Elijah down there. He's throwing the idea around. Not too many guys from Montana, but it'd sure be nice to get him up here if he can swing it.
Yeah, there's a girl that races out there that they're in Spokane, so maybe for them it's a little closer.
Yeah, that would be great. Spokane is not that far because you would actually come over through the Wenatchee border area and then drive through and come through the other direction there.
So some of those Wenatchee guys to show up.
Get there.
So, Rob.
Yeah, it would be great to get a few of those guys.
I know we don't condone drinking and driving on the podcast, but I just want to know if I'm taking home the trophy at the Fireball 121, you're gonna throw a little airplane little bottle in there, a little shot-a-roo or something after the race.
Well, I got a surprise for every single racer that shows up there.
Hey-o!
Buckner's buying a race car now, just for the surprise.
All I can tell you is that weekend won't be shy of Fireball. We're going to tell you that.
All right. Did you get them as an official sponsor, perhaps? They're going to donate?
No, not an official sponsor, but I got an official batch of it.
Okay.
There you go. That's all. That's the most important part. Rob, I'm gonna go quick off the beaten path, and we'll jump right back on to the racetrack. It's not a question that I've really asked any of our other interviews before, but what would be an automobile that you think about that brings back like memories, joy, maybe a car that you wanted to have in your collection at some point that maybe you were able to get or something like that? Where did the fascination from racing and cars in general, where'd that come from?
It's all my dad's fault.
It's all,
I mean,
that's the theme. That's the theme of the podcast tonight.
Time again,
Yep.
man. Family. Yep.
Yeah, ultimately, I grew up at Langley Speedway in the late 60s, early 70s, rolling down the grassy hill with snot running out of my nose, right? So, with my dad racing in the pits, and then he actually probably ran one or two of the IDC races back in the day. So ultimately, when I got done athletics and schooling, got back into business and whatnot, I went racing again, and Dad and I did it. I told him I'm going to do it as long as he can. So we lost him about 5 years ago, but this is not a memorial race for him. This is just a fun weekend that we're going to have, and but it's all his fault. Got me into racing. I'd be a wealthier individual if I didn't have to buy race cars all the time.
What's the support classes for this race?
There's actually 5 classes running. There's obviously the late models. There is the midgets are running. The street stocks are running.
The Focus midgets or full-size midgets?
They're Focus midgets.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe. I'm not an expert in those by any means, but the midgets are running there. I think there's 5 classes running that weekend, so it's going to be a full show. And they've never had this many late models at an opener in the past, so we're looking to fill the place.
Yeah, we'll need some help on some gear changes. We'll get a hold of you on that later, so we know what to run, what to bring with us.
Absolutely. 602 to 614.
Okay. With a crate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with a crate. Yeah, I already sent that info to John and whatnot. That was one.
Okay. Look, he's already on it.
Yes.
American Racers.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple times briefly, but not a whole bunch yet. That's for sure.
Yeah. Good. Well,
it's exciting. So where can we go to get more information for the full schedule for this year?
The full schedule for Agassiz Speedway. Actually, they have AgassizSpeedway.com has got everything on there. There's actually, I think just over the last couple of days, the registration has posted on there. But with emails and whatnot, and Aaron, I'll get your emails there later. But Agassiz Speedway is going to send you guys emails to where you guys can enter. Basically, it's going to be a really affordable race. You got to remember, your guys' dollars worth 30% more than ours is. So, but it does hurt you in payouts. So
is the purse going to be 30% more also?
Well, I'll work on that for you guys. We've got a good purse happening. The goal for this race from day one is to get guys $1,000 to start. And in a limited late model event, that's good money. So we're still working on the winner's purse, but we're looking at about $1,000 Canadian to start the race, which is about $700.
Which I think is still more than winning South Sound. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I think it's pretty good. And, this is a little quarter mile and whatnot. And we're hoping to have a couple thousand people there and have a really good weekend. And I think it's taking a life of its own right now, and it's growing. And we got guys wanting to come, and it's a really good group of racers. We've got some guys up here that come south or used to come south when the rules made it possible. But now we've put these 2 classes together, and I think it's a great fit.
One final question. What is one thing that you were excited about that's in the concession stands for the 2026 season?
I'm going to tell you, they got the best track burgers anywhere I've ever gone to.
Oh,
and
throwing down the gauntlet, South Sound.
Oh, they're really good. I've been to South Sound. I mean, Nick and Bane and those guys, they do a great job that place. And I remember the food, but I remember the beer more. We always pay the casino down the road, so we've done that. But no track burgers at Agassiz Speedway.
Did you know Nick
generally-
back in the day when you guys were both Canadian? Like, did you grow up together?
No, I was younger when his dad ran Victoria Speedway, Western Speedway on the island. And I did not know Nick back then until he got involved and they took over South Sound Speedway. So that's when I got to know, Nick back then. But, the one thing I will mention, though, Aaron, is that the goal is to have a mini series next year between Agassiz and South Sound.
Oh, yeah.
And
That'd be
maybe
cool.
even Saratoga on the island, so that we can get the Canadian guys down there and the American guys up here, and we can have a true IDC kind of back-to-back, 2 races. I'd actually like to do 3 to where we can get Saratoga involved, which you got to go to Vancouver Island for that. But it would be fun to have a 3-race series, and I think it'd be we get lots of cars.
That would be great.
It would market very well.
I know that was kind of the idea with South Sound and Mission Valley, and we're the only one that traveled last year, and so that was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
difficult
like
to travel.
it's not like it's that far to go to Canada. I mean,
No, it
where
was way
we're
sooner.
at,
Mission Valley it took us. I mean, it was like
and
we
it's
had issues.
gorgeous up there.
It's great, but it's 14 hours easy when you're hauling a car.
Yep, that's why you bring the family with.
Yeah.
They can do some of the driving. You can go take a nap.
So Agassiz would be much better.
Yeah, and like you said, coming from your guys' area, they're straight up I-5 and right to Agassiz Speedway. It's all flat. There's not one hill you even got to pull.
Yeah.
So it's an easy tow, and it's a couple hours from Monroe to get there. If you guys are a little bit south from there, it's really no big deal at all. So we're looking forward to some guys coming. If we can get 4 or 5 guys, that'd be awesome. And we've got guys up here that already want to go to South Sound. They've heard some guys. We've had some Canadian guys up here doing really well down there. Wade Bland, who's actually one of our sponsors in this race, OK Tire from Saanich. He's won your guys' 200 down there a couple times, and he hasn't raced in a few years, but there's some good guys up here that are looking forward to come to South Sound over the next year or so.
This year, like he might want to come down for the 200 because I think it's a big payday race finally at South Sound. It's Northwest Super Late Model Series making a stop there for the 200 for the first time in a bunch of years. So be a lot of talent down there.
Yeah, no, there's some good guys down there for that race. That might be a weekend that Christina and I will come down and watch and whatnot. Wade Bland himself, he hasn't raced in a few years. He lost his dad a number of years ago and whatnot, and he hasn't really done any racing since. But I know he's got a couple cars there, and I'm trying to get him to Agassiz because the car he has fits right in your rules, changing the shocks and springs out and away you go. So
That's
we're
perfect.
trying to get him to the race. But in the meantime, he has an OK Tire store. Which is a big business up here, and he's sponsoring the race. I actually caught him when I phoned him and started trying to recruit him as a racer to come to the race. He was on the beach in Mexico on a company trip.
That's a tough
He had
sell.
A few beers in him. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they had the beers, though.
Yeah, and he offered up sponsorship while he was on the beach. He says, "Geez, you caught me with a few beers in me. I'm gonna have to sponsor this one."
That's
I said,
perfect.
"Yeah."
I saw that. Now I blanked on the name. Chris. Crap.
Chris Crap.
No, his name's not Chris Crap.
Preston?
Chris Preston. Thank you. He's
You
entered.
think Chris Preston is crap?
No, I was.
You're the one that said it. I didn't
No,
say it.
that's not what I said. You did say it. So my number the last year was 28. Right. Never a number that John or I ever had before.
Right.
How he came up was like, what number doesn't exist at any track anywhere around? And we went, oh, there's no 28s. Well, there is Chris Preston, but he's in Canada, so that'll probably never matter. And then, of course, you announced this race. We signed up. Chris Preston, of course, is going to be there. Long-time Canadian racer. I'm like, dang it, 2 28s. Trying to avoid that.
Yeah, we can call you maybe a 28F.
Yeah. We can be 28A for Aaron or America. Although I don't know if I claim it right now.
This is a completely baited question. You don't have to answer this, but who's number 67?
Where?
I don't know. It's South Sound.
There isn't one.
There isn't?
I don't think so. Why?
I don't know.
Why 67?
It's a viral thing going on. The
Oh,
kids.
67. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, there's no 67.
Yeah, I don't understand much of that.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah. No. There's no 67. It's fine. All right. So we want to have you on before, like, we're actually changing our schedule. We'd let people know during this episode that we're recording this Friday evening to be released on Monday. So all the racing we've been talking about will have already happened, but we're changing it up. So we will start recording and releasing before the races. So like, hopefully our plan is to record Sunday mornings after the races have happened and then release midweek so that we can talk about what we saw at the races, whether we're racing or just spectating. And also, if you're promoting your race, we can promote it the week of versus trying to be weird and do it ahead of time because of the way we didn't plan our recording and scheduling.
Well, I'm just glad that we didn't start doing this midway through the season. You know what I mean? At least we were like forward thinking enough that, hey, if we're going to start a podcast about race cars, we should probably do it before the race car season starts.
Yeah, so it only took us 7 weeks to figure out we were not recording the right day.
Like I said, the best thing that's happened with this race is we've given guys lots of time to try to come up. We've been building this now for, a couple months or so, and, try to let you guys know down south because it's different for you guys to come across the border. So we're really looking forward to having a few guys up from the States, and I think it's going to be attended well. I want to fill the pits. We want to put 21 cars in that race. That's max we're going to start. And if it's got to be Maine, that's a good problem to have.
That's right. And, we might have to create an underground railroad for some people to make it across the border.
Yeah.
Not
John
officially.
And I talked about that. No, exactly. Yeah, we won't go there.
Unofficially, as clearly as a joke,
I'm just wondering,
yeah.
You remember the Cold War?
Yes.
The Russians versus the Americans?
Okay.
If we were to take the best racer from Canada that come down to South Speedway, who are the two guys you'd be like, this guy versus this guy, the Americans versus the Canadians?
Who do you think is the best Canadian late model driver right now?
We're talking right now or back in the day?
Right now.
Well, yeah, give me both.
Well, back in the day, it'd be Pete Harding.
And that's what I was going to say. That's what I thought, but I guess would it be Shane now?
Yeah. Yeah, well, Shane is an excellent racer too. I mean, he won a couple championships at Monroe as well, and we won't even talk about the rivalry him and John had. But
not
Shane
big
hasn't
fans.
raced. He hasn't raced much in years.
His son's been racing street stocks. Yeah.
That's actually Pete's grandson. That's Shane's nephew. Stuart.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, obviously both Hardings and whatnot, but Corbin Thomas up here right now, he's gone south. He's won in Yakima. He's won in Vegas. He's won all over the place. And up here at Agassiz Speedway, he's won 14 main events in a row.
I would say
he's tough to beat.
I think the best Canadian racer, who might be the best racer in his division, West Coast or maybe the country, be Aaron Willison.
Absolutely, yeah. Aaron, I know the family well. Dave and his wife Terry and whatnot. I kind of grew up with those guys. They're all from Langley Speedway. Aaron Wilson is making a name for himself. He's on the top.
That dude can drive.
Sprint guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's good to see him getting opportunities out there too and drive for other team motors and whatnot, because he is a great kid. I mean, he's not really a kid anymore, but
not
he
now.
is just
I met him.
He's just an awesome racer.
When we went up there for the Outlaw Compact race, and he kind of was a kid then, and he was the nicest guy. And he was just like, I'm going to go wing sprint car racing. We're like, don't do that. Stick with these mini stocks or whatever, right? And he proved us all wrong with his success. And
I can tell you a short story about Aaron Wilson at Agassiz Speedway. He when he was racing mini stocks, he managed to get into an old Ken Jorgensen mini stock at Agassiz Speedway, and he's just killing guys. And one night I seen him slow down because he's just obliterating these guys. And I went over to Aaron afterwards and I said, Aaron, don't you ever slow down. He said, I just want to make a show. Don't you ever do that, because that's how you get wrecked. That's how you end up losing a race. But he was so far ahead of everybody, but he's a talented kid. And like you said, he's just a class guy, and he's hands-on too. He can build that motor. He can do the chassis. He can do everything about those sprint cars. And he's such a good human too. So.
Yeah, I had nothing bad to say about that guy at all. Well, thank you so much, Rob. We'll definitely have you back on when John's on, so you guys can talk about your guys' past together and some of the cool stuff you guys have done. And
John hasn't thrown a helmet at Rob, has he?
I don't know. Well, has he thrown a helmet at you, Rob?
What's that?
Has John thrown a helmet at you before? I wouldn't think so.
No, never. We never got to that. But,
I don't think John's much of a helmet thrower. They're expensive. Throw something, but not a helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe a steering wheel or something.
Yeah, I knew him. I'd known him for a long time. From Northwest Tour days when he jumped into being, one of the top, super stock, super late model guys at Monroe with blue hair. So we definitely know well. And he drove my car one year, or one race on the 5/8 and whatnot, and I'll never forget that. It was quite an ordeal. He started at the back, drove by everybody, then we kind of heard a valve spring and had to park it. But it was a fun day.
Yeah, if you need somebody to go from the back to the front, John's your guy. He'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Jesus Christ. Sorry. My co-host is 12.
Yeah, it will go. Yeah.
All right. Well,
No, but John can wheel a car, that's for sure.
yeah, still can. Thank you, Rob. We'll talk soon. We'll definitely be seeing you May 11th at Agassiz Speedways for the IDC, the whole thing. IDC Fireball 121. It's got other. It's was it the tire? God damn it!
Sounds badass, man. And
The
hey, you
tires.
know what? Thank you for making that happen.
Give me the whole name so we don't short.
Yeah,
anybody.
it's the IDC Advanced Testing Fireball 121. And we've got a couple other sponsors that we probably should plug while we're on here in case they're listening to us. Obviously, Rob Angus Real Estate, that's my company. I'm a realtor up here. Canada Wealth Capital Corp is a former sponsor on a late model that I run. He does heavy-duty equipment leasing. Canadian Truck and Trailer Repair, they're a company up here that it does heavy-duty truck and trailers. OK Tire Sandwich, we mentioned Wade Bland. And Gardner GM up here, they're going to give us a Corvette to be the pace car, and
Nice.
we're going to have a fun day and whatnot. And we're still looking for a couple sponsors to top up the purse and really add to that winner's check. But we're going to have a real fun weekend, and we can't wait for you guys to come up.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rob.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
All right, talk soon. Bye. All right, we did it.
Three for three.
3 guests. This turned into what are we going to do with no John to an embarrassment of riches.
An embarrassment of riches, and we're over. Usually we shoot for hey, how long should we do for the show? Usually about an hour.
Try to do an hour. We're a little over.
Yep.
We'll see if it's edited down at all.
No, but John is going to be not happy with us. He's like, you could have just done 1, and then I could have been on for 2. Like,
Something.
nope.
Yeah. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. Cover your mouth. Wash your hands.
It's the In the Fence podcast with your boy Riggs, a.k.a. Aaron. Does anybody even call you Riggs anymore?
Oh, not in the racing world. They don't.
Okay.
Just comedians.
Just stand-up comedians. It's weird. You have many different hats.
High school, my friends call me Bubba.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that because of the voice.
Did
you have a deep voice back in high school?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So I know who I know people from by what they call me.
Bubba, Riggs, Aaron Flatt. Yeah. That's your real name, though.
I had a track coach in 7th grade who called me Flicky.
Don't call him Flicky. He'll get all John Z on you. Son of a bitch. Don't you ever call him
terrible
that.
Nickname.
That is a pretty terrible nickname.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for hanging in there and sticking it out for a little elongated.
Episode 7.
Episode 7 of the In the Fence podcast.
That's right. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that button, whatever button it is.
Tell your friends to listen, and we can keep growing this thing.
That's right. And we appreciate all your comments. And if you have some ideas on, maybe some interviews that we should, hey, you should interview so-and-so, or hey, we're going to do this and this, let us know.
Yeah. All right. Well, good times. Thanks, Buckner, for coming down. You're late, too. You got supposed to go watch the Mariners game, and that started.
Not now. That already got canceled.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
All right. No Mariners for Buckner. So,
Nah.
all right. We'll see you guys soon.